It's the best hidden attributes versus the worst hidden attributes here for two different players. We got two different current abilities. The best hidden attributes has a much bigger disadvantage starting further back, but because of their hidden attributes, will probably have the better career. We've tried to balance this out to make it quite a fair experiment, so yeah, let's jump in. Portugal and Netherlands are today's nations. We've got Andre Sousa, 170 current ability, 200 potential ability. There's his hiddens. Now, he's got okay determination on the front end, but we've got 20 for dirtiness and 1 for everything else. I know injury proneness should be higher, but if he's always injured and never playing, I mean, that just makes it a really boring experiment. What we want is we want to see him playing and playing badly and actually being a disadvantage for his team despite his very good attributes. So this is his current breakdown. He's got a temperamental personality. He's media friendly. He's short-tempered and confrontational. So, I mean, I don't know how that sort of all works out, but apparently it does. Portuguese striker, 15 years old, no club. The Dutch, Jeremy van Zwam. Sorry, Andre Sousa's potential ability as well is 200. Jeremy van Zwam. I mean, these are the names. These names are already in the game. This is all in-game editor stuff. So, yeah. 100 current ability. 185 potential ability. So his potential ability is 15 less than Andre Sousa. And he's starting out 70 current ability attribute points worse off. That being said, his hidden attributes, as you can see here, he's got 20s for everything, even controversy, because, you know, get him a move. He's a model citizen. He's outspoken. He's unflappable. He's phenomenal. That's what he is. He is going to make it to 185 without a shadow of a doubt. Unless he literally sits and rots in the reserve somewhere. But because he's got 20 for controversy and 20 for ambition, I don't think he's going to sit down and take that line down. I think he's going to force a move. A loan move or a transfer from any club, to be honest. So, old Jezza, the Van Zwam, model citizen. Both 6 foot, both strikers. That's all there is to it. Let's jump forward 1 year and see where they start their careers. Okay, Jeremy is gone to FC Utrecht and he's at 117 out of 185. He's improved 17 attribute points playing in the Utrecht reserves, Jong Utrecht, if you will. 6 goals in 24 appearances, 2 assists, 1 play with a match. Not the best, but it's a start, isn't it? He's not going to be the finished article just yet. Andre Sousa is playing for Sporting CP. Now, he has played 21 times for them, scoring 4 goals. He's got a 6.56 overall, which is, well, let's be real, horrific. 6 goals in 35 appearances in all competitions, and he's actually depreciated by 2 attribute points. He's now 168. He started at 170, ladies and gentlemen. That's how bad hidden attributes are. He's actually going backwards. Sporting CP got a new striker. Couldn't believe their luck. Oh my God, we've just got this guy. He's unbelievable. Bang, 4 goals in the league. 4 caps, no goals for Portugal. Where did Sporting finish in the league then? Last season, Sporting finished 3rd. 15 points off the pace. The season preview, the media thinks they're going to finish 3rd. So they actually did what was expected, to be fair. But I feel that's an underachievement. And yeah, what system did he play? So he's a lone striker. Victor Gyökeres, he must have scored a few. Only scored 9. Pedro Gonçalves, 10. Where's all the goals come from then? I don't know. Anyway, Jeremy van Zwam. Is he going to play for Utrecht this season? Let's have a look at their team. Kjetil Knutsen is in charge over here. And in terms of strikers, Isaac Lidberg. He's better than Isaac Lidberg. He's better than Jesse van der Haar. He's not quite as good as Ole Romani. I think he's going to be in amongst the first team. So FC Utrecht, what are we predicting they're going to do? 5th. The season preview is 5th. We've not even ticked over. They have finished 5th, to be fair. And look at that. RZ have won. Does that happen often? I'm sure it's usually PSV, Ajax or Feyenoord. RZ have won. Bit of a landslide. Anyway, FC Utrecht, through a few games at the end of the season, they were quite a distance away from Ajax in the end. They did hold on to Europe from FC Twente. And yeah, that's it. That's where we are. Capped under 20 level is old Jezza. That's all there is to it. Let's go to 2025. Well, as you can see here, Andre Souza is still at 168 out of 200, so he's not improved at all. And he's had an even worse season. This time he played 27 in the league, only scoring 3, getting a 6.42. He's never got an assist. Absolutely horrendous. If we go back and look at the previous season, Sporting CP this time finished 4th, 5 points behind Brugge, 16 points behind Benfica, and a whopping 22 points behind champions Porto. They were 18 points clear of PTM. I mean, the top 4 do feel like they are considerably further along than everybody else in this league, but they're not doing great, old Sporting CP, are they? I'm very disappointed. I mean, what did I expect? I knew he was going to do something like this, but 7 goals in 48 appearances. Only got 4 goals in 35 last season. I think the first season, at least he got 6 in all competitions. Deary me, that's absolutely awful. On the flip side, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Van Zwam. 143 out of 185, and he is in the Utrecht first team. He got 12 in 31. 31 starts as well, ladies and gentlemen. 17 in all competitions in 39. That's not bad for a 17-year-old. Let me tell you that for free. His hidden attributes are still exemplary, of course. Where did Utrecht finish? Unfortunately, they did not hit the heights that the media predicted. They finished 8th. However, eagle-eyed viewers will see there is an if I could speak, there is a Europa Conference League. Little icon next to FC Utrecht, which means Utrecht have won something. What have they won? Have they qualified for Europe? I don't know how they've got into Europe. I honestly don't know how they got into Europe. Runner-up to Groningen. Hang about. The Dutch Cup. We've just come run-up in the Dutch Cup. Groningen have just won the Dutch Cup from the second tier. RZ have won the bloody league again. Unbeaten. Are they sick? Are they insane? I mean, 4 Eredivisie titles in their history. 2 in this experiment. So they've doubled their tally. I don't spend a lot of time in the Dutch league on this FM, so many FMs, to be honest. I'm not massively well versed on anyone below Ajax, PSV and Feyenoord. I know they're the big 3. I know Groningen's the home of Arjen Robben, but I didn't realise they were in the second tier. They've just won the cup from the second tier. And RZ, who have just gone undefeated, got 82 points, won the league. Is that on the cards? Answer in the comments. Right. So, he's at 143. He got 12 goals. 16 in 36 in all competitions, which is absolutely brilliant. I assume they've got into the Europa Conference League by coming run-up in the cup, but then what have Groningen done? Groningen is surely going to be in Europe in some capacity. Hang on. European Places Playoff Final. We beat Sparta Rotterdam. Okay, there's a playoff. European Places Playoff. Tree. Right, there we go. So we are in that. So I think it was these 4 teams qualifying for the Conference League, and we won the little playoff thing. Okay, fine. We've got to the bottom of it. I bet anyone who knows the Dutch League or any Dutch people watching have been screaming. Hell, who sits there screaming at an idiot on the internet? No one. I mean, I bet there's a comment. Feed that algorithm! I got it wrong on purpose. So, 2026 then. Let's go. Now, they are both still at their respective clubs. Jeremy Van Zwam is at 159. And he's really started to kick on. He got 17 in 21 in this most recent season. Did he have an injury? Oh, he was out for 3 months with a hip injury, and he still scored 17 goals in 21 games. The Eredivisie, look at that. He's finished 3rd in the top goal scorer charts, having missed 3 months of the season. RZ have won it for a 3rd season in a row. And we finished 5th getting Conference League football. I say we. I had very little to do with it. Jeremy Van Zwam did. He's wanted by Parthenope, aka Napoli, and Atletico Madrid. Andre Souza is still at 168. He's wanted by Bayer Leverkusen. He is worth only 20 to 61 million pounds. And is that because he's playing so bad? I would say he's had his most prolific season so far. 9 in 29. Still not good enough for me. No assists, no player of the matches at all throughout his entire career. How did Sporting do in the league? Well, Porto have won it once again. Sporting finished 3rd. Champions League football. The milestones. They won the Portuguese League Cup this season. They won the Portuguese League Cup. And as we just quickly saw, Sporting don't have a manager. That's because Ruben Amorim has gone to Lazio. Speaking of managers, there's one man and one man only that we need to go and have a look at, and it's the big man, Ralph Hasenhüttl, who is in charge of his native Austria. He's been there since 2023. Now, for all you fans of the channel who love a bit of Ralph Watch, I made a joke in a video about 2 weeks ago on the stadium video where we were Scunthorpe, and of course, those of you who are watching, you know what's coming, because you've all been demanding it in the comments. Finley Shrimpton. The best name in all of football, in my opinion. You know what time it is? Shrimp Watch. Oh, I don't think I've spelt it right. Right, this is the problem, you see, because is he even in it? Is he even in it? So, right, I can't find him. I literally can't find him. No results found for Finley Shrimpton. Right, so he's not loaded into the database that often. And yeah, so there you go. For everyone who's been demanding Shrimp Watch, and they've been demanding it on multiple videos since, I recorded a lot of videos in advance before that, in light of the fact I was going to go on holiday, and I wanted to make sure that there was going to be content littered throughout my break. So here we go. I'm recording after that video has gone live, and you guys are all in the comments on a couple of videos after as well, demanding Shrimp Watch. There you go. We've tried, we've failed. So 2026, let's go to 2027. I think there's going to be some moves happening. No moves whatsoever. Van Zwam is at 181, so he's overtaken Andre Sousa in terms of his ability. He's at 181 out of 185, 6 in 12 for the national team, 5 in 6 for the under-21s, his career stats show. He only got 17 this most recent season, and he played 30 times, 13 in 13 in continental competitions. Put a pin in that one for a second. 30 overall. The Eredivisie shows what? RZ winning it. Utrecht finishing second, 2 points behind. Van Zwam drawing with Vangelis Pavlidis for the top goal scorer. Accolade. No Europe for Ajax. So FC Utrecht doing really well. I wonder, are they going to be able to keep hold of Van Zwam? Someone's going to come in for him. Surely. He's on 5k a week. His contract's up next summer. I'm sorry. I know he's got Matty's loyalty, but he's got ambition. He's got controversy. He might leave on a free, which would be the ultimate scumbaggery. But do you know what? Paying more than 5k a week, Utrecht. He has done you an absolute solid, getting you to second place. Conference League Young Player of the Season, won the Conference League Golden Boot. Where did they come in the Conference League? Well, final was Eintracht Frankfurt beating Lille. The semis, Ajax and Luzern. Oh, we lost to Ajax in the quarters. So a bit disappointing, really. Andre Sousa, on the other hand, is... Oh, look at this. Lost trust in manager. Who's the manager? Javi Calleja. United, Lens, Bayern Munich and AC Milan want old Andre Sousa, and he's worth, well, very little. Very little indeed. 3 in 23. He's got 19 goals in 100 games. That is such a bad strike rate, isn't it? Ooh, it's awkward. It's awkward, isn't it? Oh, God. Deary me. So, yeah, that's... I mean, there's not a lot more to sort of say. They definitely didn't win the league, did they? Of course they didn't. Benfica won it, actually, ahead of Porto. Sporting down in third. They're not going to win with old Andre up front. I'd love him to go to somewhere like... I mean, he's not going to go to City because of Erling Haaland and do them a disservice, but wherever he goes, he's going to cause... Well, them to potentially lose the league title, which would be great. Let's go to Bayern Munich and throw Germany down the drain. 2028 then. Well, Andre Sousa has gone to Bayern Munich. He's unhappy, has been treated unfairly too many times by his manager. Why? What's gone on there? What on earth has gone on there? He's got 1 goal in 16 games, 8 starts, 8 off the bench. £49.5 million Bayern Munich paid for him. In terms of the Bundesliga, well, they have won the league. Of course they have. They've won it every single year of this experiment. Borussia Dortmund 8 points further back with Bayer Leverkusen. Jurgen Klopp is in charge of Bayern Munich, actually winning some trophies. If you've seen on the channel, we did a resurgence, resurrection, rewind career of Jurgen Klopp. He did not win much. Harry Kane is still there. They've got Mathis Tell, so Andre Sousa is not really going to get that much chance to play. I mean, Mathis Tell, to be fair, his potential ability is lower than what Andre Sousa's current ability is. But he's still at 168. He hasn't improved. He's actually gone down 2 attribute points since the start of the save game, which is... I didn't think he'd do that badly. I thought he'd do better than he has. Can we see happiness, right, has been treated unfairly too many times by his manager. Is there anywhere we can see like what's happened? Jurgen Klopp, how long has he been there? 3 years. So Jurgen Klopp's been an absolute dickhead to him. In terms of his favoured personnel, he's not going to be. I can't see what he's done. I can't. I don't think we can see. If anyone knows where I could look at that, then let me know. We won't be able to do it in this save game, but maybe for future experiments, you can expand my ability to capture data, I guess. 6 in 28 as well for Portugal. I've just noticed that. He's only got 6 in 28, which is actually much better than his club form. Jeremy, 184. He's nearly at his potential. He's basically there, to be honest. And he is 23 and 29. His best season so far, over 20 goals. Surely, equal first with Nassi Univar of Ajax, but he has won the Golden Boot, it appears. Evangelos Pavlidis for RZ, third place on 14, 9 behind the front two that ran away with it. Utrecht finishing 5th though, not very good at all. And Jezza, oh, look at that. 10.5 million to 32 million. His contract expires. He's joining Leipzig. He's joining RB Leipzig today. He's leaving on a free. As I said, he might. Let's go to 2029 and see how he gets on. They're both in Germany. They've both gone to Germany. Can you believe it? Let's hope RB Leipzig can win the league ahead of Bayern because they've got a better striker. That would be brilliant. Right. So Jeremy is at 185. He's hit his potential. Andre is at 168 still. I mean, he's got a couple of attribute points have gone up. Professionalism's up at 2. Versatility, important matches, consistency. Hallelujah. 5 in 28 starts. Oh, he's not done great, has he? He's not done great. Jezza, RB Leipzig, move for free. 20 in 28. That's not too bad, is it? Dortmund won the league. So part 1 was done. Bayern got shafted by not having a striker that could score goals. The problem was Leipzig didn't capitalise. Dortmund snuck round the back and won the league. The award winners, Players Player of the Year was Kefren Turam of Bayern Munich. The top goal scorer was Jamal Musiala of Bayern Munich on 20. The same as Jezza. He's got an extra assist. Maybe he played slightly less minutes to get those goals. I'm not too sure. Anyway, who won the cup? It was Bayer Leverkusen. Champions League winners were Arsenal. RB Leipzig, though, have won the Europa League. And actually, I'd never looked at the Europe before, did I? When he did quite well. Utrecht haven't won anything. Oh, no, we did look at the Conference League, didn't we? RB Leipzig then. So Jeremy Van Zwam has moved to RB Leipzig on a free and he's won the Europa League straight away. Golden Boot runner-up, top goal scorer runner-up in the Europa League and in the Bundesliga. German Players Newcomer of the Year. Look at all his accolades. I mean, he's won the Bundesliga and he's won the DFB Pokal with Bayern Munich. So he's actually got some trophies to his name, but he's not doing very well. We can't claim that as a barometer for success. He's gone to a Bayern Munich side that should really win every single game and win every single trophy they're in, and they haven't. Jurgen Klopp left to go and become the manager of Inter Milan, even though his preference was to not manage in Italy, I believe, when I saw last. The Serie A champions are Inter Milan, who have been for the last 5 years. What's going on in England? Arsenal have won the last 3. Mikel in charge? No, Sebastian Hoeneß, because Mikel Arteta left to go become the manager of Barcelona. Where's Xavi? Well, Simone Inzaghi actually was there for a while. Xavi's now the manager of Al Hilal. He's been at San Sebastian and Valencia. Okay, so both in Germany. It's 2029. We have dilly-dallied for quite a while here in these opening stages. Jeremy's hit his potential. Andre's not moved. We're going to jump forward 3 years now to 2032. They'll be 24 years old. See how they're getting on. We're back in 2032, and it's another dose of Ralph Watch, ladies and gentlemen. Aston Villa is where he's at. He left Austria to become the manager of Atalanta, and he got sacked. Italian Serie A most valuable coach, manager of the year in 2029, and he got sacked a few short months later. That's very harsh, isn't it? That's very harsh indeed. So, well, we're 3 years down the line. Jeremy is at 185. He's at Manchester City. Andre is still at 168. He's at Manchester United. Which, I mean, that's the most Manchester United signing of all time, isn't it? Buying a player that has got horrendous hidden attributes. You know, Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho. So he spent two seasons at Leipzig, 22 goals and then 19, and he got signed for £269 million to be a bit part player. £269 million. That's impressive. I mean, not impressive that he's been playing second fiddle to, I guess, Erling Haaland. Luis Enrique's in charge. Yeah, Erling Haaland. It's a lot of money to spend on a player, but I suppose they've got a remaining budget of £276 million. Look at this. They just sold Oscar Bob to PSG. But they did win the league, so he is a Premier Division champion, is Jeremy Van Zwam. Also, he's a two-time Bundesliga winner, because we went through 3 years, and they've won the league twice. So they've only won it 3 years in a row, should I say. Firstly, top goal scorer. Van Zwam did get the top goal scorer when he got 22, ahead of Yohan Bonni. Jamal Musiala, for 2 seasons in a row after that, has got the top goal scorer accolade. Benny Sesko still at RB Leipzig. So 3 years in a row they've won the league. And so he was the Bundesliga champion there in 2030 and in 2031. They've also won, Man City have won the Carabao Cup for 4 years in a row. They've won the FA Cup most recently, in this most recent season. So he's won a domestic treble. And also, they've also won the Champions League, beating Barcelona in the final. So it was a quadruple in his debut season for the club. He scored 13 in continental competitions, 10 starts, 3 off the bench. So overall, he played 50 times, 19 of them as a sub, 31 starts. He scored 27 goals. It's a very good return for Jeremy. Asking to leave, Andre Sousa, he's lost trust in the manager. So he moved from Bayern Munich for £92 million. At Bayern Munich, so he scored 5 times in 28 games the following season. After that, we saw that, I believe. Then he played 15 times, 30 times in all competitions, no goals. Then he scored 4 in 20, 4 in 33 in all competitions, 17 off the bench, 16 starts. Horrendous. He moved for £82 million, so Bayern Munich can't believe their luck that they're cashing in on him. On to United. 9 league games, 6 starts, 3 off the bench, 1 goal. 16 games overall, and yeah, not great. Lost trust in manager. There is no manager. Thomas Tuchel has just left to go and become the manager of PSG. But he's not done very well at all, Andre Sousa. He's still at 168. He can't improve at all. His career is floundering. Will anyone get the best out of him? I doubt it. Let's go another 3 years, 2035. Right. Okay. So, Jezza still at Man City, and I'll be honest with you. He's not played loads. He's starting to play a bit more. Okay, this most recent season is the season he's broke through. Is that because Erling Haaland's left? Sebastian Hoeneß is now in charge. Erling Haaland's not left. He's 34. He's on the decline. He's going to go to Saudi Arabia almost certainly. How much did he pay for Ansu Fati? £110 million. Sebastian Hoeneß has only just arrived. He was at Arsenal for a bit, then Newcastle, and now he's at Manchester City. Niko Kovac just got sacked. So, in 3 years, they've won the Premier League again, but then they've lost it the last 2 years. Arsenal winning it. Man City down in 6th. Man City down in 6th there. United have won a Champions League. Man City did not win the Europa League, despite being in it. Andre Sousa then, he's at AC Milan. He's loaned from United. He's joining permanently. Right, so there's a mandatory future fee. Yeah, £36.5 million. Oof. £2.7 million loan. A mandatory fee of £37 million. Now, Man United here won the Champions League. So Andre Sousa, he's got 2 Bundesliga titles to his name. The same as Jezza. Jezza has won, 3 Premier League titles? At least 2, maybe 3. How many Carabao Cups has he won? He's won 1 Carabao Cup, I think. Same as Andre. He's won 2 FA Cups. And of course, they've both won a singular Champions League. So, it's like, in terms of trophies, it's very, very close. But in terms of their careers, their ability, their statistics, it's not even anywhere near close, is it? I mean, Andre's moved around and been passed around like a joint at a party. No one wants to keep him for long enough. We're going to go 5 years now as well. There'll be 32. I'm telling you now, he won't still be at AC Milan. You better believe it. There's absolutely no way he'll still be at AC Milan. He is still there. Okay, he is still there. He's not happy. He wants to return to Portugal. Oh my God, look at his current ability, 129. What on earth has happened there? Right, let's look at Jezza. 153 in 274. He's got 20 goals a season for the last 5 years. Go on, lad. 2 Premier Leagues, though. Unai in charge there. Zerbi's in charge here at City. Arsenal have got Zidane. So five seasons in a row he's won. So 2 seasons he's won the Premier League in the last 5 years. He's got over 20 goals every single season. So 2035, here we go. So the Premier League champions in 2036. He won the FA Cup in 2037 and the Community Shield. He's won loads of personal things, but he's not managed to win any other trophies other than another Premier League title. So no Champions Leagues for Manchester City, unfortunately. And not a lot else either. He's not won anything with Netherlands either. 102 and 158 for him. Just the 1 Euros for Netherlands in their history, which was back here in 1988. No World Cups. Nothing really outlandish that's happened so far here in the Euros. Andre Sousa wants to return to Portugal. Well, in 5 years, I mean, a prolific loan spell. The only season he's got double figures for goals, 12 goals in the league, that is. 8 in 27 the following year, then 7 in 19, only 10 starts. 3 in 25, 13 starts, 12 off the bench, and he played 3 games there. And like I say, he's 32 years old. He's gotten down to 129. Those are his current ability. His versatility is at 15. His consistency is up at 17. Yeah, he's consistently awful. He's just getting worse and worse. I mean, we're going to come back in 3 years' time. Let me tell you now, he will be gone. Will AC Milan just won the league? Is he going to get a league winner's medal for that? No, didn't play enough. Did not play enough. So his last trophy, okay, European International League for Portugal. Still playing 16 and 78 for Portugal. He's surplus requirements at Milan. His contract expires in 2 days' time. No one's picking him up on a pre-contract deal. I bet he's gone. Let's go 1 year. I want to see if he goes. No, he's gone to Lokomotiv Moscow. Wants to go back to Portugal. Went to Russia. 11 in 25 in the Russian Premier League. So he's actually having a reasonably half-decent season at 33. 116 current ability. He's getting worse and worse and worse. Jeremy is also on the decline at 179. Man City did win the Premier League in the most recent season, 78 points ahead of Newcastle. West Ham are in third. Top goal scorer was Vasily Andreev on 22. Jezza did not do that great, unfortunately. He only got 10 goals. Ooh. Did he get injured? No, not really. Sports hernia for a month. That's it. 2 weeks for pulled ankle ligaments. Torn knee ligaments was 2 months the previous year. So yeah, no, can't say anything about that. Cannot say anything about that whatsoever. So we are in 2041. Andre's probably going to leave at some point soon. 2042. I'm going to go through to 2043, 2 years from now. He's gone. He's gone. So he's not even carried on his career, Andre Sousa. He left after he finished his stint in Russia, 20 and 46 for Lokomotiv Moscow. He did retire, 16 goals in 78 appearances. He was, for the most part, abysmal. He was NXGN runner-up in 25, 26 and 26, 27. Behind the man of the moment, Jeremy Van Zwam, Big Jezza. 269 was his fee. He's still at Man City again. Pretty poor return the last couple of seasons. You know, City have won the league in one of those years. Newcastle won it the other year. Gattuso's in charge of Newcastle. Who's City got? Thomas Tuchel. Look at that. No Aston Villa in the top flight. Where are they? Championship, obviously. So, Jezza, you going to do much more? Go another 2 years. Oh, Jezza's gone as well. Jeremy Van Zwam is an unemployed manager. As you can see, he is pretty abysmal. And, well, in terms of the Premier League, well, Tottenham won the Premier League. Man City finished 4th. But despite finishing 4th, they did win another Champions League. So Jezza has won. Look how many Champions Leagues Jezza's won, actually. Of course, it's not even close, is it? I mean, between the pair of them, we know Jeremy's had a much better career because he's a much better player. But for a while, the trophy haul was around the same. Individual accolades. Let's go for the Golden Ball. 1 in 2036-37. Football of the Year. Never won Football of the Year. Player of the Year, yeah, he won it in 37 as well. World Team of the Year. He's on the bench, his old Van Zwam, behind Erling Haaland, his Man City teammate. But he's done pretty well. He did very well with Utrecht. He's done very well for Manchester City, scoring a lot of goals for them. What did Man City think about him? He's a legend. He's a club legend behind Sergio Aguero and Vincent Kompany. He's ahead of Pep Guardiola. Look at that. He left Man City, went to PSG for 6 years, then went to Bayern Munich for 2, went to Chelsea for 4 years, and to Inter for 2. Well, that's the end of today's experiment, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a relatively fun one. We always enjoy a hidden attribute breakdown and a hidden attribute experiment. And of course, the best versus the worst was one of my favourite videos from, was it the last FM? I think it was the last FM. And obviously, back then, I wasn't aware how important hidden attributes were. Of course, since then, I've done so many videos on them. I'm very much aware. So I couldn't come here and go, best versus worst, what's going to happen? We all knew what was going to happen. The best was going to reach its potential. The worst was not going to do as well. That's why I had to try and stack the odds in the favour of the one with the worst hidden attributes to try and give them a good enough head start that their career would at least somewhat flourish. And they did go to some big teams. They did do pretty well. Not in terms of playing. I mean, in terms of their transfers, they did pretty well, didn't they? They went to Bayern Munich. They went to Man United. They went to AC Milan. You know, so big teams in the top leagues in the world, but he just couldn't get a foothold in any of those nations, could he? Kind of expected. But anyway, that is it. Hope you enjoyed it today, ladies and gentlemen. Please do subscribe if you're new around here and you haven't already. It only takes a couple of seconds and it's free. Do like the video to show some support for me and stroke the ego of Editor J, who has to sit and turmoil and cut out all of the bollocks that I speak. It is me still. So, but just drop a like on it because it's a long edit, because it takes forever to record these because I just waffle. Yeah. But most importantly, gang, take good care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next one.